What is up guys, Arolf here, back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Hot Toys Avengers Infinity War Captain America. This is Movie Masterpiece 480, so let's get into it. Taking a look around the packaging here, you got a nice picture of Cap with the Avengers A logo in glossy form. You get the Avengers Infinity War logo in gold foil on the corner right there. Captain America 1/6 scale with the gold foil A logo for Avengers. On the back you get some warning labels and the UPC, so pause if you want to read that. Cool shield right there. On the other side says the same thing with the Avengers A logo. On the top, Captain America right there, and on the bottom, Avengers Infinity War logo. Now removing the slip cover here, you get a window box showing the figure. Got some cool little logos on the sides here. On the back, people responsible, so pause if you want to read that. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now doing some size comparisons, here is Captain America next to Thor and the Spider-Man tech suit from Spider-Man Homecoming. Also the Thor Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk and the 6-inch Captain America. And here's a better look at Hulk. Captain America also comes with an instruction manual, so I'm just going to quickly look through these, so just pause at any point if you see something interesting. So yeah. For Captain America's accessories, he comes with Proxima Midnight Staff, and you can see how long this staff is comparing it to this figure. It's kind of over-towering him. But just looking at the staff here, it's made out of plastic. It is quite flimsy right there, but looking closer at the end here where the kind of the the blades are, you can see some nice blue highlights in the inside right there. It is quite flimsy as well and pretty sharp at the tip, so you want to be careful with that. Looking at the inner details, this is a basic staff paint job just with a silver undercoating and then a dry brushing, kind of a dirt effect on top. And you can see this kind of energon, this is not Transformers, like this blue little energy blade, which is also quite flimsy, so be careful with that. But showing off a couple of poses with the staff here, looks pretty cool, recreating a couple of scenes from the movie, and it is amazing. And you can see his hands here. He comes with a total of 4 pairs of hands, so 1 pair of these grabbing hands, so this could basically grab the staff and the shields right there. You can see some nice detail, little black washing in the wrinkles, the peg holes inside right there, flesh tone colors on the inside. Thumb here is soft and rubbery, as well as the 4 fingers right there, so it's going to be easy putting on the shields and the staff. Next up, he comes with 1 pair of relaxed hands, good for walking poses, and some I'm the captain poses. And just looking at the details right there, looks pretty clean. Silver buckles on the straps are painted clean as well. And lastly, he comes with a 1 pointing hand and 1 open hand. So yeah, that's what that looks like, and pretty nice. Next up, he comes with his Wakandan shields here. Now taking a look at the shields here, these are all folded up all the way. You can see on the back here, you can see these straps, very accurate to the movie right there. Nice silver paint job right there. And you can see the handles here, they are angled because they are oriented to the specific hand, so right and left. So right there, looking at the shield itself, you can see some scuffings right there. Same thing on the other side. It's basically a one-to-one copy with some small details here and there. Now just transforming these shields here, it's pretty simple. You just want to pull out these side pieces right here. They do come stiff out of the box as I have it right here. You just want to wiggle it. You don't want to pull it straight out. Kind of be gentle with it, and then pull out the little tip here and push the middle part in so it sits flush with the shield, which looks really nice. And you can see it almost doubles in size compared to the compacted shield. I'm gonna do the same thing on this shield. So you want to be careful because it is quite stiff and you could possibly break it. Also, the tip here is very fragile as well. You can see the middle part is double hinge, and one thing to note, in the instructions they say be careful with the handle because it's very fragile, and do listen to that. I tried attaching the hand here and one mistake, it snapped, so I had to super glue it back. Luckily it was just tabbed in. The glue was none of the plastic was broken, it was just detached from the shield, so I just super glued that back in there. And you can see, showing you how the mechanism works and all. That's really nice. Lastly, Captain America comes with his display stand. You can see Captain America in white, glossy Avengers A logo, and the Infinity War logo, his prongs here right there, or his crotch grabbers right there. It's not the dynamic stand, which they said in the instructions, but that's okay. You can see there's some padding on the bottom. If you want to put them on a glass shelf or a detolf, that is fine. And if you also have other figures in this specific line, you can combine them together to get a cool kind of a connecting effect with this hexagon shape. So that looks really cool. Now just attaching the hands here onto these shields, you can see there are some indicators on the handles here for R and L, so letting you know which shield goes with which hand. So basically how I do it the safest way without breaking it again, hopefully not in this video, basically I just take my thumb and just wedge it, or just spread the forefingers and then wedge my thumb in there so you can get a hole, and then just slide in the handle, and then you want to flip the hand around and you're good to go. Once you got that on the other side or the other hand here, basically you want to loop the forearm into the hole and into the peg. I recommend grabbing the hand and then pushing it up towards the peg so it snaps in there snug. It is quite tricky and it is quite nerve-wracking, so be careful with that. And this is what the two modes look like for the shield: the collapse mode right there, and the fully open ready for battle mode right here. Also, one thing to note, if you want to use his relaxed tan, you can put this on the Wakandan shield. You just want to do the same process, but it's going to be a little bit easier since you don't have to wedge the fingers open. So that's what that looks like with the relaxed hand. So taking a closer look at Captain America here, the dead-on head sculpt looks like Chris Evans. Not that side, doesn't look like Chris Evans. Right there, it kind of looks like Chris Evans. If you look at him from down up like that, it does not look like Chris Evans. It is weird, very controversial figure. You can see his hair here is slicked back. It looks a little dense, like I wish it was a little bit more floofy. And you can see the seam line right there, which doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, I wish his hair was a little bit more fluffier. It just looks too dense. I don't know how they might achieve that. Probably rooted hair, probably not. You'll probably hate me by saying that. You can see some metal bits right there on the straps and on the back right there. Some nice details there. You can see the scaling revealing through the suit here. A little buckle right there, which I don't think is metal. When I tap on it, I think it's just plastic painted silver. Amazing suit. This is my first Captain America figure. A little disappointed with how the suit came out on my copy. You can see the little strap right there is kind of uneven. It's kind of warping to the side here. You can see right there some inner details right there. You can see the folds right there and the little sleeves right there look nice. Very baggy pants. Good amount of range for this type of material. It's kind of a like a basketball skin type material. If you take the basketball grip and just skin that and wrap this figure in that basketball skin, this is the texture of the suit, but the little dots on the suit itself, it's very fine texture. But what can you say about this Hot Toys? Great amount of detail and sculpt and paint job. Nothing is off. The boots are removable if you want to adjust the pants here. And looking at the bottom of his feet, nice treads right there, and a little Marvel logos and other corporate stuff. Now for Captain America's articulation here, he has a ball joint at the head here. The head and the neck are combined, so it is kind of tricky to get him in some looking up and looking down poses. He can look down that far, which is quite annoying, but that's okay. And he could look up quite a bit, which is okay as well, not the best. And it's also hindered by that little thick, full head of hair on the back right there, and you get the tilty shifty hand movement right there. The arms can rotate forward that far, almost 90 degrees. It feels like it can move out a little bit more. It is a separate piece. It's not connected to the torso right there. Just showing you right there. It is there is another layer underneath the torso, so you can get some more range out of his arms and back that much. And his arms can move out that far. Would have been nice if it was a straight 90 degrees, but that's okay. And inward that much. He also has a bicep swivel right there, which is quite stiff. And he also has double jointed elbows right here. Bending them all the way can get you over 90 degrees. Quite unfortunate that it reveals the joints. Can't do anything about that. And you can see you can rotate at the elbow as well, or that's probably the bicep. I don't know. I'm not taking this suit apart. But yeah, for his hands here, they are on a hinge ball joint, but since it's the glove is covering that part, it's impossible, so you can just rotate all the way around. But for his torso here, forward and back movement, which is okay. Slight movements here and there. You get some side-to-side movements as well. You can do some 360 rotations right there, but it's kind of hindered by the padding on the inside of the suit and the suit outfit itself. And his legs here can kick forward that far, which is quite underwhelming due to how his pants are really baggy. That's quite unfortunate. You can probably push it out even more. You might want to have to remove the boot here and kind of mess around with the pants itself. And back that much, which is not that great. Upper thigh swivel right there, which rotates side to side, not all the way around because of the suit again. Double jointed knees, which is great, but since the legs can't kick forward that far, there's pretty much no use to it unless you strain the legs. Feet here are double ball joints, so his feet can point down that far, up that much as well. Also, you could rotate or do the ankle pivot and then rotate side to side right there. And doing the ankle pivot test, that's how far his legs can spread out. And he stands up pretty well. He is good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. This will be my last video of 2018, so have a happy early Christmas and an early new year. I'm going to be changing the video format here, adding some cinematics like this, and kind of enhancing the video to make it better for your enjoyment if you do care. But overall, I really do like this figure. Very controversial figure due to the head sculpt not looking like Chris Evans. On some certain angles, it does look like Chris Evans. It's not dead on Chris Evans, but it's there. Articulation is good. It's not great. You can't get dynamic poses. His arms are limited, but you can get some range out of there. My biggest gripe on the articulation or the leg articulation. Ah, man, what happened? Maybe someone could like probably heat up the figure and kind of get more range, kind of loosen up the fabric down there in the calf area. But yeah, for his accessories, if you have $20 or $30, upgrade to the movie promo. You get the Outrider and Corvus Clave's little staff or blade right there. Yeah, great figure. Pick him up if you can find him. eBay, Sideshow. Yeah. So yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Morales. This is signing out. Peace.